Just wow. Just freaking wow. This episode was just, I expect nothing less. Even when you expect it, you are still amazed. You can only just put to say is completely spectacular. Studio UFO table, you just know how to do it with your beautiful art, your shading, your tones, your animation. Studio UFO table, my god, this was a beautiful episode. You can tell they put a lot into this episode, not just with the animation, the art design, but also the ending theme. You can tell when episode special when the ending theme changes. It starts showing something different besides the usual outro you get through every episode. So you can tell this is a very, very eye-opening episode. But before I get into the goodness with Tanjiro and Nezuko, let's talk about something with Zenitsu and Inosuke. Inosuke's thing was pretty quick. He was amazed about he was rescued, about how one of the higher ups were powerful and quick. So quick that he was able to tie him up so he wouldn't be able to follow him. That's just how amazed Inosuke is. And it's always good seeing Inosuke. Then Zenitsu, on the other hand, the person that saved Zenitsu, the butterfly girl, she said something that I didn't know about, which I was very surprised. And you learn something new every day. And her thing was, she was talking about how, when you're about to die, you see your life flash before your eyes. I thought it was just you just seeing your life, like you're being judged here and there or something. But no. Actually, it means you're finding something in your life to save you right now. Something for you to avoid death at that moment. I'm like, why am I just now hearing about this? It's one of the reasons. It's like a memory backup thing. Like something I did in my past to help me to get out of the situation I'm in right now, so I will not die. I'm like, wow, I did not know that. Did you know that? I did. I definitely did. I'm pretty amazed now. It can be based off theory, but then again, it happened. You'll be surprised what human beings any creature will do on the probably near the verge of death. They'll probably become the most lively, the most spectacular. It's one of the reasons why when people go to near-death experiences, they have this dramatic change in viewpoint on life. It's like they already face death, so what else is there to fear in this world? So they're the ones that take the most risk, and they're the most bold in the future. And it's a very interesting thing. I myself have not yet faced something like that. Kind of hope I don't. But if I ever do, I'm pretty curious on what could happen. But hopefully it'll never happen. Just saying. Now let's get into the very interesting part, beautiful part of this episode. He was actually one of the lower five of the Kizukage. Oh, I forgot the name, but the 12, the big 12 of the demons. He was number 5 of the lower ones. And his obsession with bonds. I'm guessing as a human, I think his name was Rui, and his obsession with family is, I guess he never had a good bond family. So his perception was what he saw elsewhere. He put himself as a young person, but he's actually probably older than what he looks like. And he wanted to have the typical family. He wanted to be the younger brother, and he wanted the bigger sister, the bigger brother, and the mother and father. He wanted this thing where the sisters and the brother would protect him. The father would be, I guess, an aggressive butthole, and the mom would be a typical mom of back in the past. And that's what he wanted. And if he couldn't get out of them, he will punish them. Proving what he did of his older sister, in a way. And he uses fear in order to create his bonds, which is not a good thing at all. You can't that's not a bond, that's something else. That's just tying someone down with a chain. It's not a bond, A bond is connected heart to heart, not hand to neck. That's not a bond at all. So his way of family is very twisted. And I guess he wanted that in the past. I'm guessing as a human, but he never got it. So I guess he became a demon. And I guess in this world, you can become a demon over kind of the simplest things sometimes. A very great desire. Kind of like how a yokai is. For instance, this mouse I have right here could become a yokai if it ever has some divine intervention or have a lot of faith or a strong emotional memory. It's kind of like a conjurer in a way, where a spirit puts their presence, their essence over an object. You see movies like Annabelle, The Conjuring, stuff like that. It's a possibility in those supernatural worlds if you're interested in it. Now, a lot was revealed with showing Tanjiro's father. His father looked very sickly, but he was wearing a robe. He was wearing a Demon Slayer robe. And I'm guessing, his father knew how to dance. He was talking about breathing techniques as well. Just like you learned in the Demon Slayer Corps as well. Could he have been one of those higher-ups, just like Zenitsu's master? Zenitsu's master was one of the best. I'm guessing Tanjiro's father was probably one of the best, and even though he was very sickly, so I'm guessing he died because of his illness. He probably did some very powerful move or something that caused him to become very sickly. Who knows? But he used fire. So Tanjiro already had a hidden family technique, and that's fire. Because in the beginning, I love seeing Tanjiro's water techniques. They're amazing. Especially his brains when he uses to use rotations to make his slashes stronger. But however, no matter how much he did it, it was not enough to really cut Ryui's skin. Because his skin was stronger than his own threat. But then Netsuko elected her demon arts. Her demon arts was exploding blood. I've seen these techniques before in some animes, where people use blood techniques in order to destroy their enemy, to fight against people. All kinds, from shift-shaping your blood to weapons to shapes, exploding blood. No one does it better than Dead Man Wonderland. Read the manga, it's pretty good. But there's all kinds of ways people would use their blood. And one of the people who use their blood for exploding techniques, I believe it was Al, who used one of his techniques. And he would use the blood to blow things up. So I'm guessing wherever Nezuko's blood is at, and she'll activate the demon arts, the blood will explode. So if he can't cut you, he can make you blow up. He used the force of his fire technique and the explosion of Nezuko's blood to give a nice impact slash. And of course, added on with the beautiful song and the animation, all that stuff, you got yourself a beautiful, fully developed fight scene, It's amazing. It's nice. And that's what I love about this show, It relies on technique. It relies on strategy to win, not overpowering your opponent, but knowing what to do in a given situation. You have to sometimes improvise. He had a broken sword. Even then, he was still going at it by using rotation water techniques. And then he remembered as he was having his recall of his past, just like the butterfly girl said too, and apparently it's true, he was able to find out what his father was talking about at such a long time ago, at a young age. And I do believe his father was probably part of the Demon Slayers in the past, but he had to retire. And he got sick and died, like I said before. Then with that, he was able to unlock a secret technique. So the question is will he use this technique, the Hikari, to, I think it was called Hikari, oh my god, it's wrong my memory, the Hinokari, Hamakari or something, I think it was called that. Anyways, will he use that technique from now on, or will it just be this secret technique he'll use only in like a near-death experience, like, this is my trump card, this is what I use when there's no other choice. But then again, he had no other choice. He's fighting one of the higher-ups of the demons. So this is the best time to any to use it. Wow, I'm so amazed. I had to watch that scene a couple more times and stuff like that just to see it go. It was amazing, spectacular. After this, I might see it again. That's how amazing it was. I was just blown away. So anyways, that's all I got for this episode. It was just beautiful. So anyways, you guys like what I do, enjoy my content, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload. Macro Anime, signing out.